As a great American family, when we hit times in which more and more of us live in daily fear of foreclosure, more and more of our teachers, our nurses, our firemen, and our police officers are getting laid off. And more of our students are coming home, not because they graduated, but because we are broke. Our faith in national progress is literally the essence of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. As American parents, this faith is forged in a tradition most dear to us, the one that has ensured for centuries that every generation will do better than the last. As an American people, what is greatest about our history are the many times we have led this world away from hate and towards hope. And so at this precipitous moment, in these times when we talk about great traditions, the war generational advancement, and the war towards hope and hate, see jointly at this, we have come here to our nation's capital to say, let us nurture the practice of family values by policies that value families. Let us invest less and less in taxes for the richest 1% and more in jobs and schools for the other 99%. And by all means, let us not teach our children lies about our president's place of birth. Or that of any other American, any other person in this country. But rather, let us teach the truth about the universal dignity and values of all American families. And most importantly, as we stand here in the shadow of a monument to our nation's greatest uniter, in this moment when so much is at stake for our families and for our children, let us come together in the name of God, of liberty, and of country to ensure that jobs, justice, and education are and remain at the top of our nation's agenda. This is America. We are one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. So it is written, so it must be. One nation, one nation, one nation, one nation, one nation. One nation, one nation, one nation, one nation, one nation, one nation, one nation. May God bless all of you. May God bless the NAACP. May God bless America.
Of Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority, Dr. Andrew Ray, Grand Master of Omega Psi Phi, Cynthia M.A. Butler McIntyre, National President of Delta Sigma Theta sorority, Jimmy Hammond, National President of Phi Beta Sigma, Cheryl Underwood, International Supreme Ambassador of Zeta Phi Beta sorority, Joanne Lovelace, International Grand Ambassador of Sigma Gamma Rho sorority, Attorney Carl Pierce, Grand Polaris of Alpha Phi Theta, Jennifer Jones, the President of the National Panhellenic Council, in my capacity as Grand Puma of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. Collectively, we represent over 1.5 million voters, educators, entrepreneurs, businessmen, and women. We are the lawyers, we are the doctors, the teachers, the preachers, the presidents of the universities all across this nation. I stand here today in the nation's capital. I am reminded of the words etched in the fabric of the National Archives building. What is past is prologue. We stand on the hallowed grounds where the greatest champions of justice march to bring a too often apathetic nation to remember our nation's creed. We stand where people from every nation have stood, remembering the creation of the greatest nation on earth, while recognizing the disparity and dispensing justice for all people. It is here, in the shadows of the Washington Monument, in the sight of the memorial of Abraham Lincoln and the edifice housing the statue of Thomas Jefferson, that we remember from whence we came. Here, on this 10-10, we there, as African Americans, holding the highest office in the land, in the White House, we have once more, believing amidst the turmoil of our nation, the world in which we live, that Alexander Pope was right when he said, hope springs eternal. The persistence of those who have been oppressed continues to prevail across our nation. And this day becomes the prelude to a promise that jobs, justice, and education will manifest itself for all in this nation. But more importantly, that some grandchild will get to see the reality of a martyred preacher's dream. Let us join together as one unit, one nation, one NAACP, one NPAC, seeking justice without discord and appropriating the power of an almighty God to bring parity to his people. Thank you so much. Please receive some undergraduates from the colleges all across this nation. Please receive these young people.
Good afternoon, everyone.